Yeah, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everybody. So we already have one, two, three, four, seven participants. I believe the rest will be joined for maybe probably they have another business they have to do. So good morning. There is Prof. Arita. Good morning, Prof. Arita.
Good morning, Mas Noval.
Sehat, Ibu.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. Okay, so we have Pierre Francesco Riccardi. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you? Good?
Yeah, fine.
Fine.
It's okay.
Okay, so what time is it now in Italy? Italy, right?
It's about 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock. Oh, yeah. So boring. Okay, so also have Bu Dwi Haryanti. Good morning, Ibu.
Good morning, Pak.
Okay, Bu Alifa Rahma. Good morning. Bu Elisa Widyasari. Good morning. Bu Latifa. Bu Willy. Bu Latifa. Good morning. Bu Willy Astuti. Good morning. Okay. So
morning, Pak.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So we will have this today's workshop as cozy as possible, because we don't have to make it this workshop to be that strict. So anytime you have questions, you can ask me and stop me anytime. And today's agenda is that I'd like to share about the publication procedure, and also I'd like to share about how do you submit the paper, the final version of the paper. The second of all, about the focus and scope that you have to obey before you submit your paper. Then the last one is about the templating technique. And the template, well, we have to strictly adjust our paper with the IAP CP template, because it's IAP CP is quite strict about the template, moreover about the focus and scope. So hopefully after we've done this workshop, we can make our paper be adjustable with the template.
Okay. Mas Noval, would you like also to share the PowerPoint through the chat box?
The PowerPoint. I will not use PowerPoint, Prof. I will not use PowerPoint, but I will directly show the technique directly with this. And anyway, this workshop is also recorded in YouTube, because I also live in YouTube. So anytime you have you want to rerun this
thank you very much.
I'll give you the link. Okay, let's get into the point. The first thing first that I want to share is that about the procedure. So no, not the procedure, actually, the pace of publications. So at this moment, we already moved from conf tool, so we don't have anything. We don't need to look back of the conf tool, because the conf tool is for the sake of the conference. So at the moment, we just focus on the manuscript. So we don't need to. Yeah, would you like to share the link of tutorial? Okay, thank you. Oh, okay, Prof. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I've said in the chat WhatsApp group, Prof.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. Okay. Where did I stop? Okay. At the moment, we try to make and adjust and do a workshop for our manuscript templating. So right after this, you will have time. You will have a time about 1.5 weeks to make sure that you are okay with all terms and conditions that need to be fulfilled by the authors to submit the paper to the IPCP conditions that they ask us to do. And afterward, on 15 of the on 15 is the on 8 January, 8 January is the due date for you to submit your final version of your manuscript.
Through
And
the system.
then, yeah, and 8 on 8, yeah.
Through the system.
I will describe it later in the WhatsApp group, so you can check it in WhatsApp group.
Okay.
On 8, and so I will where did I stop? Okay, on 8, so every authors have to submit all the final version of the paper to the committee through Google Form, not from the conf tool, through Google Form that will share to you.
Not the through the system in the website, no?
Because the system of the conf tool is for the sake of the conference only.
Okay, so you can give us the link of Google Form in the group, right?
Right after this, we will share you the link, both in Atlantic Express and both and IAP CP. So you can access both forms right after this workshops.
Okay, thank you.
What else? Okay, so on 8 January, your deadline to submit your final manuscript, and then afterwards we have a week for that to check whether your paper is recommended or not to be IPCP, to be IPCP or Atlantic Express. So if we say if we see that your paper is not eligible enough, let's say not eligible means that not suitable with the focus and scope, so we will contact you. If you believe that this is suitable, then it is okay. So you don't need to obey us. You don't need to follow our recommendation. You just submit yours. But if you see that our recommendation is okay enough for you, so you can move to the Atlantic Express. So there is no what else? We don't press you to do anything with this. So it's all up to you. Okay, we just give you our point of view that this paper is based on our experience about dealing with my experience, especially dealing with 7th conference that deals with IOP in the previous conference, IPCP with 3 conferences, and Atlantic Express with 5, 6 conferences, if I'm not mistaken. So,
sorry. I would like to ask, is it possible to give us information right now about the suitability of our article suitable with the AIP proceeding, so we don't have to make the full paper if it doesn't fit the AIP scope.
Okay, as what I mentioned earlier, I will give you 4 points that I will explain in today's workshop. So the question that you asked, I will deliver in the 3rd one, the focus and scope. Okay. So after 8 June, so I will have 1 week for that to check whether your paper is suitable enough for the publisher.
8 January, right?
8 January, right? 8 January. Right after there, we have 15. So 15 January, if we see there is no problem, so we will submit to the publisher. And then based on our experience, it takes about 3 to 4 months. 3 to 4 months to publish. 3 to 4 months. But hopefully, it can be published sooner, because based on our yes, Mr. Pierre Francisco, we will write it down after this in WhatsApp groups. I'll write it down. Okay, so before I write it down, I will explain it in verbally. Okay, so where did I stop? Okay, so based on my experience with IAP CP, it's only 2 the only 2 experience before. So I have published organized a conference that published IAP CP with that have collaboration with IAP CP, and it takes only 2.5 months. But the editor for IAP CP says that it depends on how many papers that is submitted. So how many papers? At the moment, if I'm not mistaken, by the committee that deals with the data, they said that we have about 40 to 50 papers that have to be submitted to IAP CP. So, well, this is maybe take a longer time to publish. But however, hopefully the period will be sooner. Okay. Afterwards, so this is the thing that you have to understand about IAP CP before you sign up an agreement with us after for your publications procedure. So this is that you have to understand. Once your paper is published, once your paper has published, you only have 1 year to access freely, because IAP CP give the organizer 3 options. The cheapest one that we use today, that is only the committee and the corresponding author who can access the paper freely for 1 year. The second, that much expensive, that's more expensive. It gives the authors 1 year. It gives the authors. This is free access for everyone for 1 year. And the most expensive is free access for the paper for the whole years. So entire for forever, it will be free access forever. So since we only deal with the cheapest one, so you only have 1 year to download your papers. So once the IAP CP gives you the link, so I wish you directly download your paper for the sake of anything. So I recommend you, once the IAP CP gives you the link to download, and once they have published to you, so you can directly download your paper before you lose it. Okay, that the condition that you have to understand. So okay, maybe that's all for the procedure. The second of all is that how to submit your manuscripts. I already make the Google form, but this is still on the way to be attached by, wait a minute. Oh, wait. Okay. Okay, so it should be in here. You can find in here in registrations. So we will provide the Google form in here, in this Google form in here, but it's still under process by the committee of to attach the link in this windows, in this page of the websites. So at the moment it's the process, but I will explain to you what is inside this Google form. So the first question will be the name. Not this one. Your email, name of the uploader, then institutions, phone number, and then your role. So this is as your role is as general presenter, so you can choose general presenters. So let me fill this all. Okay, once you've done with this page, then you can do next. Okay, so what sort of document or what kind of step and document that you have to do, as you have to have?
Let's see.
Okay, first thing first that you have to have is that the statement of willingness to pay IEP CP publications. So what it is, it's kind of a document. It's kind of a document. Oh, not this one. Wait a minute. Not this one. Okay, wait. Sorry. Sorry, wait a minute. Oh. Wait, sorry, my internet bandwidth is quite not good. So I will show you a document that you have to sign up. So what's the inside of the document? Well, we'll explain after this. This one. Okay. Why is it e-commerce? So wait. Wait up. So inside of the manuscript is that that you have to sign up for a paper for agreement that you are that for your willingness to pay the publications fee for 2.5 million rupiah. So for that, so where will it? I bit this. Alhamdulillah. Okay. So this is the comment that I made. So here. So this is statement of letter of willingness to pay publication fee in IPC conference proceeding. So you have to write down your name, address, institutions, phone number, email, total papers. Then I hereby declare that I'm willing to publish my paper to IPC conference proceedings. I'm willing to make an additional payment for 2.5 million rupiahs as the submission fee, not acceptance fee. So here, what's happening in IPCP is that maybe some of you already have an experience to publish your paper in conference that have a collaboration with IOP or collaboration with IP. So the fee is not acceptance fee. The fee is submission fee. So whether we are accepted or not, so we have to pay for the submission fee. That's the difference. So in here, I write down that this is not the acceptance fee, but the submission fee of the paper for the AIP CP conference proceeding. Apart from that, I'm also willing to do my best to revise the paper according to the suggestion given by the reviewer. If my paper is not published successfully by IIP conference proceeding, then I'm willing to refund the publication fee of IDR 500,000 rupiah. So I will give you back 500,000 rupiah if your paper is not accepted by the IPCP, but hopefully it is accepted. But if it's in the worst case is not accepted, so I will give you back 500,000 rupiah, and I'm willing to transfer my paper. So if your paper is not accepted, so you have two options. you can publish your paper in the EISS and proceedings, or you withdraw the paper. So you still have those two conditions to take. And that's how I made this testament letter and so on. So you can write down here. So you have to sign up in here. You have to sign up in here. For those Indonesian presenters, you have to put materai di sini 10.000 ya Bapak Ibu. You have to put 10,000 materai in here. Okay, so that's this is one of the documents that you have to. Okay, please indicate the price also in USD or Euro. Okay, right after this. There will be another round of referring? No, that's only for templating. So the next review is for only for templating. So if you see that this template, for instance, if I see that there is some part of your paper that need to be adjusted to the AIP CP template, then we will give you recommendation to fix it, Mr. Iricardi. So but for the USD to Euro, wait a minute. Let's see. I'm sorry, my laptop just got a problem. Okay, for the wait a minute, for USD currency converter. Okay, so for today's currencies, so I use currency converter by Google. So for today it was 175.81 USD, Mr. Ricardi. For the euro, let's see. 155.32. So that's there will be the price if we convert from 200.5 million rupiah, so euro or for USD. Okay, so let's go to this one. So the first thing first that we have to do is that this document that you have to sign up. So I will change this document. I will change this document because I forgot that this should be the PDF that I sent to you before. So the second of all is the payment proof. The payment proof. So the payment proof, you have to upload the payment proof. So at the moment, Mr. Ricardi, you already contact with the chairman, Mr. Yasir. So for the payment process, Mr. Yasir will help you for that. For similarity proof less than 20%, so this is the minimum. You can use Turnitin. You can use Turnitin, ladies and gentlemen. You can use Turnitin for this. And for the exclusions, it is okay for you to exclude some points. First point, wait a minute, let me show this. Okay, for the exclusions, you can use this quotes and exclude bibliography and this 1%. What is 1%? This is about the things that probably have the same with the journal templates. So you can move this 1%. So you can tick all this and you can put 1% in here, so it can be excluded in the Trinitins. Okay, back here. And what else? Revised version of the paper with the file name, which is your name. Sorry, which is the corresponding author name. So I will revise it. The corresponding author name, IEP revised paper. Okay. So so you can transfer it to this bank account, but especially for Mr. Ricardi, Mr. Yassi will help you for the payment process. So what you have to write down is that the title of the paper, corresponding author first name, corresponding author surname, corresponding author affiliations, no abbreviations like UMS for Universitas Muhammadiyah Surakarta. This is for Indonesian author, because sometimes we see that Indonesian authors, they tend to abbreviate the university name, like Universitas Negeri Yogyakarta become UNY, and Universitas Gajah Mada become UGM. So Universitas Muhammadiyah Surakarta become UMS. So please don't abbreviate it. Okay, then the corresponding author's country, corresponding author's email, upload final paper, then upload IAP publication payment proof, then similarity proof less than 20%, statement of willingness to pay, this one, I will revise it. So you have to sign up. And then bank account number. So you can write down your bank account number. So if there is a worst case, that is your paper is rejected by the AIP CP, so we'll give you a refund for 500,000 rupiah. Bank name and bank account holder name. Then you click submit. So that's how you submit the papers. This Google form we will share to the WhatsApp group, and we will put it in the registration page in the website. Then so the next so we already done with the publication procedure or publication steps, and just now we've done with how the procedure on how you submit your final paper. And the second one and the third one at the moment is on the focus and scope that already asked by Prof. Arita. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, so please strictly you have to make sure that your paper is included in one of these focus and scope. Because of why? Because of most paper that have been submitted to the conference, we see that some of them, they don't see about this focus and scope. They just adjust with the IAP CP template, but they don't see that their title or the research topic is different with this focus and scope. So our focus and scope is STEM educations, Internet of Things in Mathematics and Physics educations, HOTS in Mathematics and Physics educations, so artificial intelligence in educations, computational thinking skills, technological literacy, ethnomathematics, applied mathematics and physics, digital-based educations. So if we try to make a bigger scope for this, is that we accept for pure mathematics, we accept for mathematics educations, we accept for pure physics educations, technology-based educations, digital technology-based education, or technology, anything that relate to the use of technology to improve educations. For instance, you use GeoGebra to improve. GeoGebra is kind of the mathematics applications to improve students' understanding of geometry. So this also recommended. So for informatic and technology educations, so we have 3 majors for educations: informatic and technology educations, mathematics education, physics educations, and then for the pure one is technology or engineering, and then mathematics, pure mathematics or physics. So there's the clear scope that, let's say, 99% will be accepted by the IAP CP. Okay, but also there is the gray area that maybe outside of those 6 scopes that possibly can be accepted. What is that? But this is still education here. This is still educations. For instance, if you use any technological any digital technology to improve educations, for instance, like you use SPSS to improve students' understanding on how they make good hot questions, higher order thinking skill. I repeat it once again. You use SPSS, you implement the technology of SPSS, which SPSS is kind of technology that focus on statistical data. So you use SPSS to help students. You use SPSS to help students. Exactly in this case is pre-teachers students. So you use SPSS to help students to make a good hot questions for education, for instance. So the point is that you use kind of special technology to help students to do some things. But if you use like learning management systems, so I'm not sure it will be okay for the IAP CP because it's too common. Or you use PowerPoints, it's too common. Or you use Excel, it's too common. So the gray area in here is that you use the specific applications that can help the student to improve something on them. So that's probably the focus and scope that you have to consider before you submit your paper. Prof. Arita, do you have any feedback for that?
No, I think it's clearly enough. Thank you, Mas Naufal.
Yes, Prof. Thank you. Okay. Let's get to the 4th section. The 4th section. So before I go to the 4th section, that is the essence of this meeting, for the meeting today. So do you have any question from the section 1? That's about the publications steps from today to the paper that will be published. The second section's about how you submit your paper. The third section about the focus and scope. Do you have any questions so far? Anyone? No?
Mas Naufal, I would like to ask about something and some comments done by the reviewer in our system, and we don't have to waive this because some of them told us that it is suitable with the advantage pairs, not the AIP. So it's not the decision, the final decision, right?
No. This is on your.
Okay. So we are trying to do our best to revise our manuscripts. Yeah, because some of the reviewer thought us that this is not suitable with AIP. So it makes us desperate.
Okay, so at least I gave you the signs, I give you the conditions. I already explained the conditions, which characteristic of the, which scope of the paper that is suitable enough for the IAP CP, and which scope for the paper that is suitable enough for the Atlas Press. Above those all, the choice is yours. So we as the organizers, we don't have any things to force you to be to submit your paper in this publisher or to submit your paper in this publisher. So we don't have anything for that. We as organizer, we organize the paper to be submitted to the publisher, whatever the publishers. So all of those suggestions that you've got in the conf tool, you can take it or you can hamper it. It's all up to you. Okay, I think there is no questions there. Okay, if there's no questions, let's go to the main agenda for today's meeting, that is templating. So everyone please open up your paper, because so I give you, so here's the way. So I will explain. I understand that the papers are already accepted for publications. I won't say accepted, Mr. Jikari. I won't say accepted. I understand that the papers are already accepted for the publication. So so here we are the organizer. We submit to the publishers. So we don't give, and we don't decide whether this one is accepted or whether this one is not accepted. So the one who will be decided is the publisher itself. So that's why as I said before, that you have to sign up those document, and the documents that I showed to you before. So the document said that you are consciously agree with the term and condition given by the organizers and the publishers. So if you say that it's already accepted, we have to wait for the publisher's decisions. That's Mr. Ricardo.
Mas Noval,
yeah?
If I'm not wrong, that all of the manuscripts will be sent to the publishers at AIP. Am I right? So the final, so all of our papers, all of our manuscript will be sent to the publisher of AIP. So the final decision, final decision is in AIP. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
If you already choose the paper to be submitted in IAP CP, so we'll send all the submitted papers to the IAP CP.
Yeah, with the payment, right?
Sure. With the payment.
Thank you.
With the payment. Okay, so Mr. Ricardi, so the paper are going to be reviewed again? No. The paper is not. The paper. Oh yeah, will be reviewed again by the IAP CP for the whether your focus and scope is accepted by the publishers. So is sweet enough with the publishers. So with the organizer, we don't have any review process anymore. but with the publisher, yes. With the publisher, yes. But not for the content. Not for the content.
On 8th January, and on 8th January, it is the deadline for our manuscript to be sent to the
organizer.
Through the organizer, and then the organizer will be sent to the publisher, right?
Yeah, the organizer.
And on the 8th January, we should have paid, yeah, the 2,500,000 rupees, right?
Yeah, 2.5 million.
Yeah. Thank you.
So I repeat it once again. So on 8th is your deadlines to submit your paper with the payment proof, and then on 15th we will submit the papers to the AIP CP. Okay, so there will be no more review process in our site, in organizer sites, but the review process will be on the publisher sites. They won't review the content. They will review whether your paper is suitable enough with their focus and scope. So only for that. And if there is a mistake with the templating, they will send back the paper to me as the organizer. So I will revise it. If the mistake is quite easy, so I will revise it myself. For instance, like there is an apostrophe or something that need not to be there, so I will change it. But if there is about the content, for instance, like a picture, image, or maybe table, data, so I will send back to the author to revise it, that the author can send me, then I will send to the publisher.
Thank you, Mas Noval. That's very kind of you.
So if I can do it myself, I will do it myself. But if I think that I can do it, since it related to the data or the image or the whatever the source data, so I will send back to the author to revise it. Okay, so there is another question from Putri Indah. How do we know in what publisher our paper apply? How do we know? Okay, you can see your, I already explained about the focus and scope, Putri Indah, and you can see whether your paper is suitable enough in which publisher. You can adjust with this. You can make sure that your paper is suitable with this two publisher. Okay, and for the template is in here. So please strictly follow the template. Please strictly follow the template, because there was one paper in my previous experience that that misadjusting. So for instance, the reference must be in front cover, but the paper was in APA 7 editions. So that's the mistake, that it did take a long time because the authors could not contact easily. So that has to be published in 3 months, but it takes 5 months because of that problem. So that's why, for the sake of our business, I mean, for the sake of the publication process, so make sure that your that your manuscripts strictly adjust with the template. Okay, Putri Indah, any feedback? No? Okay, I think no. Okay, so please everyone now open up your paper, and I will explain it directly to you. Wait up. So I will explain to you about the templating process. Then I'll give you 10 seconds. I give you 10 seconds to adjust your paper with the template that I explained to you. Okay. Let's do it. So here, so this is the template. Okay, for the title ones, so everyone have opened up your paper, yeah? Open up your paper, so you can definitely adjust your paper with the things that I'll explain to you. So, okay, so for the title ones, for the title sections, this should be in bold. So here, paper in Times New Roman 18 with the fonts and bold and centered. Okay, and this is that sometimes have a problem with the title, that these conjunction words, the conjunction words should not be begin by, it should not begin by capital, with, of, on, of, and so on and so forth. You already understand that. So you don't need to start the words with letter, with capital letter, I mean. So beside that, you can use capital letter for that. So I'll give you 10 seconds to make sure that your title already adjusts with this template. Okay, right now, please, 10 seconds. Okay, a quick 10 seconds. A quick 10 seconds. Okay, at the moment, so we continue to the author's name and author's author's name, author's name, author's affiliations, and author's email. So these three will be explained in once. So author's name should be not should not be put with the title. For instance, professor, doctor, so blah 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 blah. No, without titles. And then so it's just only the name, and then we have numbering index, which indicate the affiliations, and we have the alphabet index, which indicate the what's it, email, the email. So if you have three, authors, so you can put another one, like for instance, like here. Wait. So I will give you a sample. Naufal Ishartono, Harun Joko Prayitno, and Ruli Karitas, for instance. So if so, okay. So if you have trees, you can use this, you can use it by this way, and you can write it by this way. And if for the affiliations, if these three authors are from the same affiliation, you don't need to give numbering index. For instance, now Fali Sartono is from the UMS. Now Fali Sartono from the UMS, Harun Joko Prayitno is from the UMS, and Ruli Karitas is from the UMS. So you don't need to put numbering index in here. You just need to put the alphabetic index, for instance, like this. Is it? Sorry. And like this. So since those three authors are from the same institutions, so you don't need to put numbering index, because the numbering index is indicating different institutions. But in fact, these two is from UMS and this one is from Universitas Ahmad Dahlan, so this have to be different. It should be like this. Oh wait. Oh. Okay, this will be like this. So 1A, 2B. So in here, we have two different institutions. The second one is that this author affiliation must be deleted, exactly including this one. So there is no words author affiliations up here. Okay, there is no words author affiliations. Okay, if since we have this, so this will be this example. Universitas Muhammadiyah Surakarta, Indonesia. So you put the university, the city, and the country. Ahmad Dahlan, Yogyakarta, Indonesia. Okay. So the affiliation is just like this. Okay. No affiliation name and so on and so forth. Just delete it. And also this one, no this word author symbol, no need. So we just use this, the corresponding author. So A will be who, for instance, my email, Naufal with a naufal.ishartono@oms.ac.id, and so on and so forth. So you can do it yourself. So here's the sample of the headings of this section. So I give you 10 seconds to adjust your paper with that, please. If you find any questions, please stop me. At the time, I will explain and I will answer it. If you have any questions. Okay, everyone's okay? I hope everyone's okay. Done. So abstracts. The most interesting thing is that there is no keywords, so you can delete the keywords. I was shocked with, okay, I was surprised there is no keyword in here. So please, you can delete the keywords. It's the font is 9. The abstract words, you have to bold it. Okay, the abstract words, you can bold it, and the rest you don't need to bold it. The font is 9, and there is no keywords. Interestingly, there is no keywords. I don't know why. Okay. The second one is that let's talk about the heading. The first heading, the first level of heading. So the first level of heading for this, let's say introductions, method or research method, result and discussion, conclusion, or we abbreviate it as IMRAT. So all of those first level heading must be capitalized, bold, and centered with Times New Roman with the font is 12. I repeat once again. So for the first level headings like introductions, methods, result and discussions, and conclusions must be centered, bold, and all those words have to be capitalized. Then the font size is 12. Okay, and for the subheading, the second level heading must be bold, but not capitalized. The size also, the font size also 12, and it is centered. So I give you 10 seconds to check all of those, all of your first level heading and the second level heading, please. I give you 10 seconds for that. Okay, I hope you have done checking your your manuscript for the headings. And the third level heading, you use Times New Roman is again 10, but it's italic and centered. Okay, for the third level headings. So the font size is 10, it's italic and it's centered. Okay, I hope in the process you can. I give you 5 seconds to check it. If you don't have one, it's okay. Okay, we already we have done with the headings, second level heading, first level heading, second level heading, and third level headings. And we'll go to the figurizations in terms of image and in terms of table. So for the table, ladies and gentlemen, for the image, the captions is under the image. If you have two figures that related to each other, so you can divide the image to be two, and you give this one, this caption of A and B. And for the caption in here, you write down in here says figure one with all caps, with figure one, and then afterward you don't need to make it bold. You don't need to make it bold, but all caps in the figure one, and the rest not don't need to be caps and no need to be bold. And then it must be center, yeah, it must be center. So all the captions must be written as figure one. No, figure number what? Figure number one, number two, number four, number three is all how many images that you need. So please check your manuscript with this conditions. Okay, that's the condition. The second condition is that if you this is for the sake of the ethics, yeah, publication ethics. So if your image or if your figure containing someone face, so you have to make like a square, white square. You have to blur the face. You have to blur the face by making a square in front of this eyes, minimum. For instance, like let's say this is the face, yeah. just imagine that there's the face in here. Let's say this is her eyes and eyes. So you have to put like white triangle in here. White. Okay, like this. This is the way we blur. You can do this, or you can blur it like this. Like this. It's all up to you. So if you found that there is a figure that containing someone face, you have to blur the face. Okay. And the third one, for educators, for research that relating to educations, if you're trying to give an example of student works, so please make sure you don't this is not the quality of the student work that you took a picture of this, but you have to scan it. So you have to scan the students' works, then you upload it, not the based on the picture. You took a picture and you upload it, no, like that, but you just scan it and then you upload it in here. Okay, so the quality is the scan versions of the document, the scan versions. And then the last one is for you Indonesian authors. I'm sorry for saying that. For we found that many papers containing questions in Bahasa Indonesia. So many figures containing words or sentence that's in Bahasa Indonesia. So I highly recommend you need to translate it. You need to translate it in English. I'll give you an example, but not in AIP CP, by the way, in my other article. Wait a minute. I'll give you another example, please. Uh, uh, okay, while I'm trying to show you the sample, maybe do you have any questions? Until the figuring techniques. Okay, so here's the things that I meant. So this is the point that I explained to you. So this one is the scanned versions, and this one is the translate versions. So you have to put the translates under the scan one. Okay, so please adjust your paper with these conditions for you for paper that containing Bahasa Indonesia of student works in Bahasa Indonesia or questions in Bahasa Indonesia. You have to translate it in English. So just do it like that. This is the example, but the way you do it is you can do anything in any versions. This is one of my versions, so you can do anything. You don't need to be the same. Okay, let's get back. Okay, that's all about the figure. And the second one is table. So ladies and gentlemen, okay, wait. Okay, so the table captions must be upper side of the table, and this format, the format is the same. The way you write down the caption will be the same as the figure, but the position is the upper sides of the table, and then the format of the table is just with this this kind of frame, not the full frame like this, not the full frame like this, no, but only the title and the content. Okay, this size is 9, the font size is 9, and this title also 9. Interestingly, the content is 10. So this 9, and this 10. Okay, so, and also for this title, you have to be bold. You have to bold the title. And I believe there will be conditions where wait, let me give you the example. Wait. Oh no, I get. There will be a conditions that your table is like this. So this is, for instance, name. This is school. This is size, whatever, yeah. Okay. So there will be a conditions that probably your table will be like this, to be cut between 2 pages. So please make sure that you repeat the headers. Okay, so it will be like this. So anytime they cut down, so you can repeat the header. So the header will be repeated in the second page. Okay, so please make sure that you do it with your tables.
Excuse me, would you like to repeat once again about
Which
the
one?
repeat header row?
Oh, yeah. Okay, so Prof. Arita, you have to bold the what is it? Wait, okay, you have to put the heading page, the heading row.
Yeah.
Okay, and you click layout.
Layout.
Done. You repeat the header. Done.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Okay, congratulations. Okay, so that's all for the table. I believe it's quite easy for you, I believe so. What else? So we've done with the table. Then wait, reference. Oh yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, please make sure that you use reference management tools. Okay, reference management. So I highly recommend you to use reference management tools. You can use Zotero or use Mendeley. Since I already customized myself with the Mendeley, so I'll use Mendeley. So I also recommend you to use Mendeley, but you can use Zotero or any equivalent reference management tools that make it easier for you. So for the reference in here, the format has to be like this. I already asked the editor of IAP CP. They don't mind about the citations technique. For instance, if I try to cite wait, for instance, in here I cite I will use okay. I will cite my name here, for instance, Naufal. Okay. Okay, this one, yeah, this one. So if I use APA with the 7th edition, so it will be like this. But wait. So the reference will be like this. So what their only concerns is about this reference format. So the format will be in number. The format will be number. The only format that is adjustable with this is font cover. Font cover. So please use font cover. So this one is font cover. But the citations format will be like this with the bracket. But if you see some IAP CP manuscript, their bracket will be like this. Oh, okay. Their bracket will be like this. This is similar with the IEEE. But if you click IEEE, the citation will be like this. So this is different with the format that requested by the IAP CP. So I think that the only format that can be used is font cover. So everyone, please use font cover, but for the reference. So I give you 10 seconds to adjust your paper with the font cover versions of the reference technique. Please, I give you 10 seconds for that.
Mas Nova, would you like to repeat the journal references?
Do you already install the Mendeley, Prof?
Not yet, but I would like to know. Would you like to scroll to the bottom?
Done.
Yes. Yes. This one. So this is the MP Brown. Is it the first name MP and Brown is the last name? And also the new physics is the name of journal, and the publisher name and publisher city.
Which one?
Right. The first one.
Oh
no.
Oh, this one.
Yeah.
This is the authors.
MP and MP is the first name, right? Yeah. Brown is the last name. So the new physics is the name of journal, right?
Yeah. If I'm not mistaken,
yeah.
Because I'm not sure. Oh, new physical. Oh yeah. It must be the name of the journal.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Oh, however, Prof, I highly recommend you to use Mendeley.
Yes, I know. But I'd rather gaptek about Mendeley.
Semangat, Prof.
Udah berulang kali lupa terus. Udah berulang kali pelatihan lupa terus.
Okay. So okay, let's talk about something else. So the reference has to use. So I highly recommend you. I highly recommend you that the reference has to use font cover, because file cover is the only format that's suitable with this format that requested by the AIP CP. Okay, that's my first.
The references style is the same as number 1 until number 7, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
But in here, it has to be consecutively, Prof. It has to be written consecutively and respectively.
So what do you mean?
Harus berurut gitu, Prof. Jadi misalnya
I know.
Kayak di IOP gitu lah.
Okay.
Jadi just like that. Jadi have to be respectively.
Pokoknya yang duluan itu karena itu with the number, right?
Yeah, correct. And what else? Yeah, I think that's all. So I will recap.
So it's not according to the alphabetical order, right?
No.
But with the number.
Yeah.
With the number, it means that the.
So the first reference appear.
Yeah.
That the first reference appear in the reference.
Okay.
The first citations, the first reference.
Okay, thank you.
Sure. Okay, I will repeat once again. So for the title, it has to be like this. So it has to be in 12. Wait a minute. It has to be in 18. With all bold, and the conjunction words are not begin with capitalized what is it? Alphabet. Okay, so all are initialized begin with capitalized alphabet, but only for the conjunction one is not. So the second of all is that for these authorships, if those all authors are from the same universities, are from the same universities, so you don't need to put this numbering index. Okay.
Excuse me, Mas Naufal. Yes. I would like to ask about the figure. Would you like to repeat about the figure?
Yeah.
This one. It means that the figure should be located in the center.
No.
No?
A figure has to be located in the center. Yeah.
Okay.
They has to be centered. These two figures are related, so they put two figures, but we sometimes make only one figure since it's only needed one figure. Okay,
so it should be located in the center, right?
Yeah, it's located. It should be centered.
Thank you.
Where did I stop? Oh, here. So if these three authors are from the same university, so you don't need to put this numbering index. You only put this alphabetic index, because the alphabetic index indicating the email address. But if
so the name of the name of the university is not should not be located with the number, right? Omitted the number. Omitted the number.
No.
If only one university.
Oh yeah, it should be this. Sorry, I made a mistake. This should be this. Nah.
Yeah.
This should be this.
But if only one university.
If only one university.
Should we still put the number?
Nope.
Yes.
Nope. You don't need to. Just delete it. Nah, because
omit it, right?
Yeah. If this from only one university, you don't need to put any number in here. Also in here.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, Prof. But the corresponding author have to be identical. Yeah, the corresponding author has to be identical, indicated by the index in the names. Okay. For the abstract, there is no keywords, interestingly, And for the first
excuse me, Mas Novel, excuse
yeah?
me. The corresponding author would be the sorry, will come first. The first is the corresponding author.
No. The corresponding author is the one who in touch with the paper. If
yes,
you think
I
you
know,
are,
I know that. But the corresponding author should be located in the first one.
Oh yeah.
Even though the corresponding author is the third name, so we still locate the corresponding author in the first one, right?
Okay. Yes. For instance, like this, Prof.
Yes.
This is B, and this is A, for instance. It's okay.
The corresponding author is Harun Joko Prayitno,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, Harun Joko Prayitno. HJP, la, forgot.
But we should put the Harun Joko Prayitno in the first one, right?
Yes.
Correct. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, it can be like this. This can be like this. So the corresponding author can be like this. Okay.
We should put the address, email address for all authors.
Yeah.
Okay.
It has to be like that. Okay. What else? Okay, for the abstract, there is no keywords. For the first level headings, that must be capitalized and bold and centered, and the font size is 12. And for the second one is like the title of the paper, so this is 12 and all the same. And for the third level one is 10. The font size is 10, and then it's italic and centered. And for the figure, the caption must be under the figure, and it has to be clear. It has to be clear and heady, with the HD quality, is a SD quality. And then what else?
How about the table? Should it be located in the center too?
Yeah. The table also located in center.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so all the text also in center. All the text also in center. Okay. Wait, this one is not. Oh, wait. Center this table. Oh, sorry. Center the text about the table. This text. I mean, this one is have to be in the center. But this for this it's just upon I just follow the way you manage it. The center only for the captions.
If the title of the table consisting of 2 rows, so we should locate them in the center. The title of the table more than 1 row.
Just like this.
Should we locate them still in center? No, yes, the title of the table.
The title. Oh, here. Which one do you mean? Maksudnya mana, Prof? Ini di sini.
Iya, tetap center ya dia.
Iya, tetap center, Prof.
Jadi jelek ya? Ya.
Tetap dimintanya center itu.
Iya.
Okay. Jadi so there has to be centered. Still centered. Okay, what else? Okay, so for the reference, please, 1, use reference management tools. I highly recommend you for that, to use that, such as Zotero or Mendeley. Second of all, this is not a mandatory, by the way. However, it will make you manage your reference and citation easier. Then the second one, use font cover. Okay, use font cover version. If you use Mendeley, you use font cover. Okay, that's all, ladies and gentlemen. Dear presenters IPCP. So hopefully there is no confusions about this, about the procedures of publications, about the way you submit the paper, about the focus and scope, so that you can choose which publisher that is suitable enough for your paper. And the fourth one is the templatings. I hope there is no. Oh yeah, Mr. Ricardi. So there is Yasser Siddiq that will assess you for the payment process for the publications. So after all, do you have any questions? Right after this, I will. Yeah, thank you. Right after this, I will write down all the things that are explained in the WhatsApp group. Sorry, in the WhatsApp group, and hopefully my explanations. Hopefully I explain all the process comprehensively. So, do you have any questions before I end up this meeting? Mr. Yasser, do you have anything to inform?
No, Mr. Noval. I think it's clear for us for the templating process. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your contribution, and to all of presenter of ICOLAE. Thank you for your attention. I think Mr. Noval, Pak Noval is one of experienced editor in UMS. I think he can handle this templating process and publication process to the IAP CP. Thank you, Pak Noval. And thank you all
Thank you,
the
Mr.
presenter.
Yasser. Okay, so maybe as what I explained, as what I mentioned earlier about your name, that maybe you will have an corresponding, you will have a corresponding with Mr. Ricardi for the publication process, especially for the payment process. Okay, Mr. Yasser, it's all good.
Okay, it's okay. Okay.
Okay, good. Okay, thank you.
So excuse me. When will we get the Google Form link about that?
I already make it, and I will send it right after this.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yes, Prof. Okay, so any questions so far? Okay, if it's no, maybe I will ask one by one. Bu Elisa, Bu Enda, Bu Anggraini, Bu Dia, Bu Anggraini, Dia, Bu Laili, Pak Arif, Bu Lina, Bu Desrina, Bu Tri Indah, Bu Fitria Lestari, Bu Dwi Haryanti, Pak Ahmad Ridho Rojabi, Pak Alif, Bu Alifa Rahma Asari, Bu Jayanti Sinung, Bu Nina. Apakah ada pertanyaan? Aman ya?
I have no question, Pak.
Oh, siap Bu Dwi Haryanti.
Because I'm sure now that my topic is not appropriate with the...
Yes. Or maybe you can join for the tomorrow's meeting.
Yes.
With Data di Press.
Okay, thank you, Pak.
Thank you, Bu Dwi Haryanti. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, since all the procedure I already explained to you, hopefully you can also my explanation is understandable, and I explain it comprehensively. I really am sorry for the mistakes, for the words that maybe recording on YouTube stream kind of. Okay, yes, Bu Tri Indah, I will send. You can rerun the YouTube so you can understand it. The procedure. Anyway, where did I stop? I really am sorry for the mistake that I am explaining this in the process of explaining all the information that have to be explained in these workshops. I am sorry. And as the Mr. Yasser, do you have any things to say? No?
No, it is enough.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Yasser. On behalf of the committee, I will say thank you very much for all of you, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Ricardi, Prof. Arita, Pak Arif, and any of you that joined this workshop.
Excuse me, sorry.
Oh, yes.
The deadline is the 8th January?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
8 January for final paper upload. And pay. And payment. Okay. Thank you very
sorry,
much.
Mr.
Yeah.
Noval. it is maybe a possibility for the authors to many times revise their manuscript. So not only January 8th, I think not the last time you can revise your, I mean, it is the last time, but maybe the editors of ICOLAE will send back the manuscript for the next revision, I think.
Yeah. So after the 8th, if we see any let's say little problems about the templating issue, so we will send back to the authors, and then if we sure that all papers have fixed enough, so we will send it to the publishers on 15th. Okay.
So until 8 to 15, there is still possibility for us to revise our article.
Sure.
Thank you.
Okay, sure. So thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. So hopefully everything will be okay until the paper published. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you everybody.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi
Terima kasih.
wabarakatuh. Thank
Terima
you, Pak
kasih.
Naufal.
I don't know the Italians of thank you. Gracias.
Thank you. Grazie.
Oh, grazie. Okay, grazie. Grazie.
Grazie, Mr. Ricardi.